Hey man, it's opening weekend. My name is Tony and I am rushing right out the door right now. I'm going to talk to people about the newly expanded, newly released film, The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Going to get some right out of the theater feedback. So I'm standing here with my go-to guy. I met you again. You're the movie kid. I really appreciate it. You saw The Eyes of Tammy Faye. It wasn't around last week. It was in like 500 theaters. It was a very small release. We're up to 1,300 now, and it wasn't here last week. Can I? You want a little levity before we begin?
Sure, why not?
The Eyes of Tammy Faye. There are no eyes in Tammy Faye. There's a lot of A's and a couple of Y's and an E.
You're terrible.
Thank you. The Eyes of Tammy Faye. How'd you like it?
It was alright.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was a bad movie. I wouldn't say it was a good movie.
All right.
Somewhere in the middle.
Right.
So the movie basically follows Tammy Faye.
Tammy Faye Baker.
Later known as Tammy Faye Baker.
Okay.
But basically it follows her origins from, you know, as a little girl. Not too much on that, but it basically gives a little bit of a backstory.
Right.
All the way up to, I'd say her fall near the late 80s, 90s.
I'm going to say around 1987.
1989, actually.
1989? Oh, okay.
1989 was when everything began to hit the fan, you know.
When things, her wonderful and amazing husband, Jim Baker?
Yes, her husband, Jim Baker, televangelist.
Right.
He's back into televangelism, but doesn't have the same power.
Oh, you mean now?
Yes.
In 2021?
I believe so. The movie does note that at some point.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say he has the same influence as he does, or as he did back then.
You mean he lost credibility? I find that hard to believe.
Yes, I mean, basically the movie hyper-focuses on the 1980s in particular and the 70s.
Right.
Because that's when they became known. That's when PTL, the network that Jim Baker and his wife created, became, you know, worldwide essentially.
Right. What was PTL?
PTL, Praise the Lord, I think it was. Praise the Lord Network.
It wasn't Pass the Loot?
No, it wasn't Pass the Loot, no. Even though they were doing plenty of that to their bank accounts.
I'm a funny guy.
But plotline aside, I think Jessica Chastain, if I'm pronouncing that right, and
yeah.
Andrew Garfield, I think they're good. I feel like they're overselling it at some points.
Right.
And maybe that's how, I mean, I don't know too much about, you know, Tammy Faye and Jim Baker.
Right.
Maybe that's how they were all the time. But I feel at some points they're definitely overselling it.
Okay.
I will say that there is a guy who plays Jerry Falwell Sr. in the movie. Jerry Falwell was another prominent television
yes.
in the 70s.
Jimmy Swaggart wasn't in it?
He does a very good job at depicting Jerry Falwell Sr.
All right.
Like, he's very strong, he's very concrete in the way he acts, so I'll give him credit for that.
Okay.
But yeah, overall, decent movie, drags a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd say, you know, if you're interested in that type of biographical movie, why not?
2 hours and 5, I'm surprised. Little drag there.
Yeah.
All right, anything else? You think anybody will go out and run out and... Hard to tell, right?
I don't know. I mean, you know, if you like drama films and you know, then this will be up your alley. Biographical, like I said, you know, why not?
Yeah.
But you have to be patient because it really doesn't build up. And sure, you want to know the backstory, but it's like the way it's executed isn't always the best.
All right, cool. Well, thanks a million for that.
Yeah, anytime.
I appreciate it. I'll see you next time.
I'll see you around.
That was awesome. I want to thank that gentleman for always coming on board with me. The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and thank you for watching.